At least make way more fun upwind than the chase boat. Ooh!
That's American Magic.
American Magic AC-40 just went by us. Have aeroplanes going by us. Booked our spinning tour about an hour ago. Didn't we? Rick Frankie. Big loss. Now in Barcelona. Doing 6 knots, 7 knots. Upwind. Oh no, downwind now. Big wind shift. Alright, Ollie, you ready? Aiden, you ready? We're gonna be Doug Lewis. Okay, this time.
Barcelona! Yep, after an adventurous few years, we are back where we started in the Mediterranean. Spain is where we decided to start modifying our Katana 42. We got our hands on an ex-America's Cup rig that was destined for the rubbish. It was made from some high modulus carbon and was stiff enough that we didn't need spreaders. That was a real bonus as it simplified things a lot for us. We also decided to make the mast rotating because, well, just because. We had a variety of old racing sails that we recut into sails for Paikea, a square top mainsail, a head sail, storm sail, and a code 0. And we also had 2 RC44 kites that were perfect once I shortened the luffs. In order to fly these sails, we needed to then upgrade the existing front beam and add a longeron. It was a big job, but Shane did such an amazing job. The new trampoline netting that I was so skeptical about at first is beautiful, and it still looks brand new after almost 3 years of heavy use. The other major upgrade that we made back then was 2 new rudder blades that we fitted to the existing stainless steel stocks. In hindsight, this was probably not the best move because on our journey across the Atlantic, one of these rudder stocks failed, and we were 800 nautical miles from land when we lost our rudder. Since then, we spent almost 2 years cruising the Windward Island chain. We had to work a lot to pay for our dream. Mostly it's Shane working on professional sailing gigs or in a design consulting capacity of some sort. We also worked together on servicing and troubleshooting rigs and rigging problems mostly on large multi-hulls and some other large racing yachts. And in between that paid work, one of the biggest projects we had was to build the carbon fibre chain plate to replace the stainless steel one that had started moving. Our plan for this summer was to make improvements on the interior of Paikea. This all changed when Shane was offered a place on the French America's Cup Challenger team. It meant a total reassessment of our location, our work, and our priorities. But in the end, we decided it was an opportunity we couldn't refuse. The rush to have everything ready for another Atlantic crossing was intense. We had chain plates that needed to be replaced, along with that rudder that we lost on our first Atlantic crossing. We may have been able to get away with sailing between islands with only one rudder, but not sailing across an open ocean back to Europe. It was tricky to find materials and the resources we needed, and of course it would have been a lot simpler if we had our own workshop, where we could have tackled these projects a bit differently. But eventually we made a plan and we got the jobs done. And mostly from the aft cockpit of Paikea. With 2 working rudders and 2 new chain plates and all the other modifications that we managed to do, we had a really easy trip to the Azores and to the Med. And now that we're here in Barcelona, the focus will be on America's Cup work.
Hola and welcome to day 3 of the first preliminary regatta of the 37th America's Cup from Vilanova y la Geltrú, Spain. Yes, it's finals day. The regatta's seen the sailing skills of the 6 teams severely tested, but it's also seen the underdog become the top dog. Orient Express Racing pulled off an emotional win in race 1, but now they've become the hunted, and Emirates Team New Zealand have proven they're dangerous in challenging conditions.
It's Paikea moving day.
Hi.
So we've waited. Oh, it was middle of September. We got here in July, so 2 months. Oh, look how dirty those tyres are, Eden Young. Right, so kids are bringing bikes on because it's a fair walk over to the Varadero, which is the yard that we're going to haul out in this morning. So we've massed out whatever halyards we could, and we're about to leave the marina, haul out Paikea and start the excavation of the interior. And Shane has just got back from Villanova, so he is very, very tired because they have not let him have a break. They did very well. They came third, didn't you?
What's that?
Came third in your race, did very well. No rest for the wicked. It's now time to haul your own boat out.
Yeah.
Should be good. Kids have been waiting a long time to do this, so it's pretty exciting for them.
We put the main away before we do that on the hand.
Right, what time is it, Ollie?
8:52. Well, half an hour.
Yeah. Let's go over and just look at the pit.
Okay, let's go have a look. Here's the dry dock facility. Maybe we can get the work done there that we want to. Let's hope it all goes to plan this morning. We've spent a lot of time looking forward to this. Kids are ready. Just a bit worried about how wide that travel lift is. What's your thoughts, Captain?
Skinny little pit.
Skinny! It's skinny, Oliver! With sharp edges.
Dad, why so early? This is Spanish.
Just give us lots of time to get in there. Do you want one of us on the dock, Shane?
Are you going to get there?
You're just going to come over here and drop us off?
Yeah, we're just going to sit here.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Drop us off here and we'll drag it in. Is that what you were thinking? Me too. We're going to go just alongside here, and then we're just going to use the dock lines to pull us into the pit, okay? Yeah.
Yeah, we'll fit.
I think so.
Go to port though. Yeah. And how do we look on that side? Good. Yeah, support, support, support.
My goodness.
Alright, forward and support. Just support. Okay, you're semi-clear on this side.
Do you think we'll fit in?
Yeah, we got. It's just a fender that's not.
Holy shit. Maybe not. Maybe we won't fit in. No. Okay. Let's go have a look, huh? You can ask for fenders, we don't have any.
At least tie up the boat, Harry. I have. Oh, yeah, totally. Okay, look.
Here's our skinny pit and a travel lift that's more than capable. But I had this discussion about us not being able to fit. And I really had trouble getting my message across. It's really going to be a challenge for the captain. Ooh. Okay. Are you excited? So, we're just going to walk it in now. Nice and easy, because there is just not a lot of room. And maybe I'll try and get a slow-mo thing. So we know where our waterline is, Dad.
No, I can't see it.
No, we always knew where our waterline is. Why do you think we've painted the bottom of the hull green?
It's gonna change again. We're gonna get rid of weight and then put back on weight.
We were talking about that we would have to put some notches in where it's sitting at the moment, so we know. So once we clean it, we won't know where Paikea's been sitting in the water, will we?
Right.
So we've got to put some little notches in before we close it all off. But that green is just from being in Port Forum here. So what are you doing now?
Just finding the bulkhead.
So,
Another one just to get something.
Yeah, quick. He does.
but is this, and this isn't on the bulkhead then, or is this, so we're just finding the next one along, because you can't put the stand where the strap is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see the guy using the sledgehammer to try to find the bulkhead.
Right, yeah. Stuff of Shane's nightmares.
Yeah.
Maybe don't use a sledgehammer if you're doing this. Alright, we've been weighing stuff up there, and the boys have just said there's a big crack in the wall, so we're going to come down and have a look.
On the wall.
Oh, in the floor. Oh.
You see it? You see it there?
Alright.
Come over here. You want to find the even really bad part?
Oh my god.
You see that? You see that massive...
Holy crap!
That's not concerning.
Hey Mel, what do you think?
This might be the point
Yes,
where we might sell the boat.
Supervisor.
Why? Just grind it out and fix it. It's not hard.
Okay, as
Wait,
long as you
wait.
say so.
What does the supervisor says?
No.
Okay, so when the kids looked at it, they went, oh my god. When I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my god. I know you can fix it, but what's causing it?
The previous owner put a block in the wrong place.
So
I didn't think it was that
when-
bad.
So that's when we were out on the hard and Claudia put what kind of big destination?
Could have done it anyway. Could have been done in Asia, could have been done in Australia, could have been done wherever he pulled it out. Could have been done before Claudio got it.
Which is why you must always lift your boat in the right spot and make sure that it's sitting on the blocks in the right spot.
That's...
Wow.
There's a pin and a screw.
Oh yeah, I found the other half of the pin there.
What? The other half? That's a
Oh,
pin.
no. Yeah. That's all. That's a full pin.
Come on.
Well-
No sign on the outside though, is there? No sign on the outside, is there?
I repaired it all on the outside.
Wait, so you can see it on the outside?
All repaired on the outside.
Oh.
I repaired it with my lens down.
Is that the one you did? Is this my camera doing that?
Oh, it's the reflection.
So is that the repair you did? No, I'm thinking of the one where the rudder went through the outside of the hull. Is this all part of the same thing?
Totally different.
Wait, did you repair it or did someone else repair it?
Someone else has repaired it, but I had to repair their repair on the outside.
So basically, you repaired it, but it was bad repair, so we had to repair it.